If you own a home in Newmarket, Aurora, or King City right now, and you're thinking about making a move, whether that is upsizing, downsizing, or even staying in the same neighborhood, but you're asking yourself whether you should sell or buy first, this video is specifically for you. My name is Katrina Doucett, and I'm with the Chad Marek Team. I have been in this business for over 16 years, and I am currently ranked in the top 0.1% of realtors on TRREB. I have personally helped hundreds of families navigate situations just like that for many years across York region. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the 3 decisions that every person in transition needs to make before they do anything else. And most agents will never actually walk you through these. Let's go. Decision number 1 is your equity position. Before you do anything like look at listings, call a buyer agent, or talk to your bank, you need to know what your current home will realistically sell for in today's market. Not what the home value estimate says on House Sigma, and not what your neighbor's house sold for in 2022. I'm talking about what it would sell for today in the next 60 days based off of current comparable sales and your specific neighborhood. Here is the perfect example of why you should not use House Sigma for your home value estimate. This property in Aurora at 249 Corner Ridge Road sold 17 days ago for $1.528 million. And if you scroll down to see what House Sigma valued the property at, they gave it a valuation of $1.335800. Right now in Newmarket, Aurora, and King, we are in a buyer-leaning market, and prices have come down a lot since 2022, more significantly in some neighborhoods. That's not bad news, and it's not good news. It's just the math, and that math matters because that equity is your purchasing power in your next home. If you don't know that number accurately, every decision afterwards is just guesswork. Decision number 2 is your time flexibility. Can you and your family handle a gap between buying and selling? Do you have family you could stay with for 30 to 60 days if needed? And do you have access to bridge financing? Or do you need a clean same-day close with no overlap and no gap? Your answers to these questions changes the strategy entirely. If you have flexibility, you have options. If you need a clean handoff, we build the transaction around that from day one. Neither is a problem, but we need to know what world you're in. Decision number 3 is your risk tolerance. Some people want certainty above everything else. They will trade a little bit of money to know exactly what is happening and when. Other people are okay with a bit of uncertainty if it means not missing out on the right house. Both are completely legitimate, but they lead to different strategies, different conditions, and different timelines. When I sit down with a client going through this, these are the 3 things that I need to understand before I say anything about what to do, because without them, I'm just guessing. Now let me tell you what's actually happening in the market right now, because it changes the math on making your move. York region is currently in a buyer-leaning market. That means there's way more inventory and less buyers competing for the same properties. Days on market are up, and sellers are actually accepting offers with conditions, and that includes things like mortgage financing, home inspections, and the most recent one is selling your current home to purchase their home. This is something that basically did not exist in 2021 and 2022. That is actually excellent news if you are buying and selling at the same time. Here's why. When you sell your home in the current market, yes, you are selling in a softer market. You may get less than what you would have in 2022. That part is real. But when you buy your next home, you are also buying in that same soft market. And at the price points we're talking about, like Stonehaven or Aurora Highlands or even King City, homes that were going for 1.4 or 1.5 million at the peak, right now there is real negotiating room, real conditions being accepted, real closing flexibility. The net effect of somebody making a lateral move or a move up in this market is often better than what people expect, because the discount you take on the sale is often offset by the discount you get on the purchase. And right now, with the Bank of Canada rate holding steady, and buyer confidence coming back into the market, spring 2026 is showing the strongest month-over-month improvement we have seen since the correction began. I'm not telling you the market is perfect. I'm telling you that the math on making your move right now is better than what the headlines suggest. So, how do you execute a sell and buy at the same time without ending up in a rental or on your in-laws' couch? Here is the general framework I use for my clients in this situation. Step 1 is to get a real market valuation on your home, not an online estimate from House Sigma. I'm talking about a real walkthrough of your property where you're looking at all the unique features of the home, you're itemizing the list, and your agent is spending hours comparing the comparable sales, going through the month-over-month price changes, year-over-year price changes, doing their in-depth research to come to present an actual number for your property that your property could sell for in today's market. That number is the foundation for every decision that follows. Step 2 is to get pre-approved or pre-qualified for the purchase before you list your home. Your mortgage broker will need to know what your current home will get you after closing costs, commissions, and any mortgage that's currently registered to the property. That gives you a real number for your next purchase. If bridge financing is part of your strategy, your lender will need to know that upfront. Step 3, decide on your sequencing strategy. In the current market, listing your home for sale first is often the right call because you know exactly what you have before you commit to a purchase. And sellers of your next home are generally willing to give you a flexible closing date to coincide with your current sale. But there are situations where buying first sometimes makes sense. If you find an exceptional property and you have a bit of a financial cushion to carry both properties while you purchase that one and then wait for the right buyer to come along to purchase your property, then that's where it might make more sense. Or if you have specific time constraints. This is not a one-size-fits-all answer. Step 4, build protection. Every offer that we write in this situation is structured to protect you. Whether that is a sale condition, a flexible closing date, or a coordinated double closing, the paperwork is the shield. This is where having a seasoned agent in your corner who has done this specific transaction dozens of times can make all the difference between a smooth move and a stressful one. This is exactly what the Chad Marek Team does. We work specifically with people in transition in this market. It is not a side service. It is the core of what we do. If you're sitting on a home in Newmarket, Aurora, or King City right now, and you're thinking about making a move, even if you're 6 months away from doing anything, the best thing you can do right now is get a real number on your current home and understand what your equity position looks like. I've put together a free resource called the Move Up Math Worksheet. It walks you through exactly what your current home will net you after costs and what that equity buys you in today's market at different price points. It's in the description below. No email required, no sales call attached to it, just the math. And if you want to actually talk through your specific situation, your neighborhood, your timeline, your next move, I do free, no pressure strategy calls. The link to book one is also in the description below. Now, if this video helped you and you want to see more meaningful content that is directed towards your specific situation, your market, your neighborhood, hit the subscribe button below. I post real market content for homeowners and buyers in York Region who are seriously thinking about making a move. And once again, I'm Katrina Doucett with the Chad Marek Team. I'll see you in the next one.